Hello, I'm Tony Ko, the host of TalkIT Global. As AI agents begin to act autonomously, they need a standard port called MCP to interact with real-world tools. MCP is a protocol that bridges AI models and external tools, and hundreds of MCP servers are launching every moment. In this episode, we'll explore top MCP servers recommended by DreamFlow CEO Sungyeol Yoon, covering web automation, document summarization, front-end development, task distribution, and step-by-step reasoning. Got a favorite MCP server? Drop it in the comments with a quick explanation.
The first MCP I recommend is called the Playwright MCP. Playwright is a tool for browser automation. Basically, you write test scripts and it executes them just as written. It's commonly used for testing purposes.
Browser-based testing?
Exactly. But when you add MCP to that, it means AI can now control the browser. So for example, I can say something like, go to Google News, find 3 interesting articles from today and summarize them. That's possible because the AI can now use the browser as a tool. Next, there's Context 7. Personally, I think of vibe coding as something that completely changed before and after this came out. When do developers usually face the most challenges while coding? It's when syntax changes or when a library gets updated. Especially if you've done a lot of front-end development, you'll know that even just 1 or 2 version bumps can cause major issues. Everything changes and it's really hard to keep up. LLMs actually face a similar problem. That's because no model is always 100% up to date. For example, one model might be trained on data up to December 2024, another on 2023 data, and so on. So the model likely only knows the library version and syntax available at the time it was trained. That's why Context 7 is so important. It's an MCP that always fetches the latest information for the libraries you're using. You can think of it like a kind of RAG system. Well, let's say you want to write some React code. You ask, which React version am I using? How do I use this function? Then Context 7 will return the most current specs, usage patterns, and best practices. As a result, you get fewer errors. Next, there's something called Magic MCP, and this one's quite the trickster. So what is it? Well, when AI tries to do development, it often struggles with front-end work. It makes more mistakes than you'd expect. There's a site called 21st, which hosts a collection of front-end templates. Magic MCP is an MCP that gives AI access to that site. Since there are tons of pre-built templates made by real developers, there's a good chance one fits the business model I need. Magic MCP lets the AI find and pull in those templates.
You know how PowerPoint also offers a variety of templates?
It's kind of like that, like how PowerPoint has lots of templates. And once you have a decent set of templates, it's not hard to adjust things like button names or menu labels based on specific needs. So if you want to improve the overall quality of your front-end development, using tools like this can really help. Next, there's something called Claude Taskmaster. If you have a large task, this MCP breaks it down into smaller subtasks. It then provides status updates and helps manage each of those tasks. But don't focus only on the MCP itself. The key idea is that there's a tool, and the MCP gives AI the ability to use that tool. So, when AI is doing programming, it can refer to those tasks, which makes step-by-step development much more effective. That's how we should think about MCP. There's also a tool called Sequential Thinking. As the name suggests, it's about breaking things down and thinking step by step. It works kind of like a think first, then speak model. When connected to an MCP, instead of responding immediately, the AI pauses to reason through things before giving an answer. More like reflective thinking than instant replies.
Kind of like chain of thought reasoning?
Yes, something like that. And tools like file systems are also among the MCP servers I recommend.
Lastly, your likes and subscriptions greatly empower us to continue creating content. Thank you for your support.